In celebrating Women's Month, TMP is dedicating the whole month of August to women.
Time of the day, please don't be late. Call your friends, I'll call my friends. Let's go and be changed. TMP is doing the most. TMP is doing the most. It's the time of the day, please don't be late. Call your friends, I'll call my friends.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Miracle Perspective. And this is the TMP Women's Kudos as we are celebrating women across different spheres of life doing different great stuff in the world. Today, we are crossing borders. We are going all the way to Eswatini. Elunzinzaneni, there by Mbabane, there by Manzini. We are within, and we have a very wonderful woman by the name of Betha Stole. Welcome to the Miracle Perspective, ma'am. Good afternoon. How are you?
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, Miracle. And thank you so much for having me all the way from Eswatini. I'm actually at Eswatini. That's my community where I currently stay.
Amazing stuff. Great to have you on the show. And please pass my greetings to the king there. We are coming next year for the reed dance. Otherwise, let's
we
get.
can't wait to welcome you. Eh?
Oh, I'll be there. I'm coming. I'm gonna come with my whole team. We're gonna have a good time there in Swaziland.
Perfect. You'll learn the culture and you'll meet wonderful Eswatini people. So, yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, there's some beautiful ladies there in Swatini. We might be lucky. All right. Moving right along. Tell us about yourself. Let me just give you a little background of who Betha is, ladies and gentlemen. Betha is a startup owner, a social entrepreneur, public speaker, facilitator, and trainer. She owns a business. This is a marketing and communications PR business by the name of Kwanzaa. It's Kwanzaa Dreams. Please correct me if I'm wrong and just tell us a little bit about your business, Betha. What does your business do and what inspired you to get into the business field?
Right. Thanks, Miracle. Okay, you asked me who I am first. So if I can just do that first, and then I can continue to the business.
Yes.
All right. So, as you mentioned, my name is Betha. So, Betha is this young person who is vibrant and always happy. I always find good things. People, I am ambitious, definitely. And I just love to have fun and to always be happy. I like adventure and I like outdoor stuff. But, I'm just stuck in the office from Monday to Saturday. But yeah, in a nutshell, that's who I am. And so, I started a business called Kwanzaa Dreams, which was a dream I had since I was 15 years old. And I finally had it when I was 27. That's like 10 years later, 10 or 11 years later. And it's a marketing agency that focuses on digital marketing. It focuses on the ground marketing. We cover PR as well. So it just depends on the client's marketing needs. But we are all around 360 degrees marketing. And we just do this and that from time to time. So I enjoy being out of the office more than I am in the office.
Wonderful stuff. And Betha, your company is not just a small company. Some of the companies you've been working with, some of your clients or the brands you've been working with there in Eswatini include the names of Hilton, MTN Bushfire, Ford, Mazda, Swaziland National Youth Council, Sibebe Premier Lager, and Castle Lager. This is just to name a few. Tell me, as a young black woman, in such an industry, how have you been doing it and how have you been getting into those big fields and playing with the big dogs?
You know what? women lift each other. So I had a great chance to be taught by Sarah Jane, who runs Soul Providers in South Africa. So she saw something in me when I started doing digital marketing, and she taught me literally everything I know. And every day I discover something, and I realize, SJ taught me all these things. And so it was women who taught me, and I in turn am able to teach other females as well. So I think it's us working together. And if women uplift me, I'm able to go into a boardroom where I find other women, and I try my best to also, make sure that I get closer to them. I learn from them, and sometimes they also learn from me. So it's a very, how can I put it? It's a space where we need to lift each other more than we can break each other down.
Amazing stuff, man. And I see in line with your passion is the passion of uplifting young people. And that is what has led you to become a director of the Startup Grind Mbabane. How did you get there? How did you get there?
Okay, so the story behind Startup Grind is quite interesting. So when I started my business December 2017, I already had networks within the business industry in the country, and I knew a lot of people from my Miss Swaziland pageant days. That was like over 10 years ago. So I knew a lot of people, and some of them now are in actually influential positions. So I was able to get information, to ask them when I want to register a business, what do I do? When I want to find out about tax returns, how to pitch, how do I get into getting clients, et cetera, about business. I realized that the people around me actually didn't have that kind of help. They didn't even have motivation. The motivation that was available at the time, we had to pay for it because obviously there were people who were conducting motivational speaking. They would bring influential people into a room or a setup. But everything was paid for. And as a startup, you don't have money. You actually live off the business. So that really worried me. So my friends and I started a YouTube channel, and well, it failed. We recorded a few sessions, and when we were looking at the episodes, we're like, better, but who's going to listen to you? You are only like 2 months old in business. And like, really, who's going to listen to? Who's going to watch you? Even have data issues. We are saying they don't have money, and now we want them to invest in data to watch you. So that didn't work. So I went online to find, a brand or a platform that I can work with, and I found Startup Grind, Joburg, and I was like, okay, so this is interesting, this is fun, I want to do that, and I applied. So I connected with Beth, who is in Startup Grind Joburg, and that's how then I applied. It's a long 7-step process. Actually, you wouldn't even give up along the way. It was quite long, but I really had a passion for it and I wanted to do it. I applied for Startup Grind X, which is a platform whereby I can host events for free and people can attend for free. Even the speakers come through for free. Obviously, when I started in May 2017, I spoke to a friend who was a guest to come through, and then I did my marketing, my PR through the newspapers, through social media. I had to pay for the venue, pay for all the small things, the logistics around that through on my own, using my own money. So that's how Startup Grind was started. And from there, I think I believe in God so much. Such that I believe God puts people in certain positions so that they can lead you somewhere. So in all those sessions I had, somebody connected me to someone else. Someone connected me to a speaker. It was just amazing. So everything just happened, and that's when I realized my purpose on earth is to help people, but in the entrepreneurship section. Because the kingdom of God is for everyone, and money is God's. Some would argue that, but then prosperity is also God. So my passion and my purpose on this earth is just to help young people find their passion in business and they make money, and then the kingdom of God grows.
Amazing stuff, man. And just to give shed some light to those who don't know what startup grind is all about, let me just read it out for them to understand what startup grind is. Startup Grind is the largest independent startup community, actively educating, inspiring, and connecting more than 2 million entrepreneurs around the world. entrepreneurs in over 600 chapters, and nurtures startup ecosystems in more than 125 countries through events, media, and partnerships based in Silicon Valley in the United States. So that's how big this thing is. And Betha, now my interest is in you as a human being. What drives you? I see your profile is rich, you're doing a lot of stuff. What is the biggest motivation behind what you're doing?
Life, eh? I just believe you just need to live life. You need to enjoy life. You only have one life. So, yeah, just life itself motivates me. If I wake up in the morning, obviously I do have a vision for doing everything I want to achieve, but life itself just motivates me. Besides the material things that we can touch and see, just being happy. And when you're happy, it means something good is happening. So life motivates me. Eh?
And you do have this
I hope you
infectious
can
smile.
understand it.
You have this infectious smile, by the way. So I do believe when you say you are a happy person and life motivates you. So tell me now, let's get into the issues that are affecting a lot of women. And that is women looking at themselves as if they are not good enough when getting into such big spaces such as the ones that you are in. Many women would give I don't know if it's an excuse, or they would say the reasons that they're not doing as good is because they do not have opportunities, they do not have the platform to grow themselves, they do not have all those things that put them at an advantage to compete with fellow men. How has it been for you? I mean, you are a woman and you're still doing it. Okay, do you find the pressure from men? Do you find like there's no platform for women to flourish?
Okay. So I'll share advice I got from this powerful woman. She said to me, you know what, Betha? When you go into a boardroom, for example, look at everybody as a human. Look at everyone without titles. They are just people who are in that room, and you are just, the same as them. By doing that, they're just human. You go in there, you pitch, and you leave. So you go in life don't box yourself, because I feel like women box themselves. I'm a woman, he's a man, And then by doing that, then you feel inferior. Then you start comparing things. Then you start, trying to compete. Because I believe everyone has their own journey. And if God has destined that you're going to pass through this, you are going to pass through that space. So if you're boxing yourself and then you're saying, I'm a woman, if I go there, I find 20 men, and then they are going to do this and going to do that. So I believe we're not supposed to box ourselves and say women but men, but let us look at each other as human beings who are in this earth. We're all God's image, Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Look at people as people, not as
Yeah.
titles or what they
Yes.
are wearing
And
from
when
the
it
outside.
happens that you do feel intimidated, just breathe and say, okay, so this is a human. He's not a CEO. He's not a financial manager. Doesn't have a PhD. And just box that person in a way that you won't feel intimidated. Don't feel how can I put it? Don't then make them inferior, but just make sure you are comfortable at a comfortable level with them outside of being men and women.
I like what you said, because you see, what's surprising, what's amazing and what's interesting to me is the fact that if we look at, let's say, a highly esteemed person that everybody knows, someone like President Obama. President Obama is seen as President Obama that people fear, but the funny thing is that his children see him as just dad.
Exactly.
So it's those dynamics, and now it brings us to what you're saying, to say that look at people as people, because I mean, whoever or whatever platform they are on, they are still a person, and they are still someone's dad, someone's brother, someone's sister, and they're just a human being. I like that, Betha.
Yeah.
So Betha, tell me.
Yeah, haven't you? Just to add on that, haven't you ever had a moment where you meet someone you don't know, and then you chat with them, and you just, after they leave, someone tells you, oh, that's the CEO of so and so, or that's the member of parliament, and you're like,
Yes.
how? How? You know, so
Yeah.
it is just in our brains that we classify people as
Mm.
superior than us.
You're so right. You're so right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that. So, Betha, tell me, as a parting shot, what is it? It's Women's Month. August is Women's Month, and we're celebrating women. We celebrate you guys because I mean we appreciate you guys. You are the best. We love you. So, tell us, what is it that you love about being a woman?
Okay. First of all, I'm disappointed when you're saying this is a parting shot. Like we just started talking. Uh,
Aww. You'll come
okay.
back again. You'll come back again.
Oh, definitely. We have a lot
Yes,
to talk about. I
a
felt like
lot.
this wasn't enough. Yep. All right. So being a female or being a woman is powerful. That I must say, it's very powerful because women birth things, women control things. Without a female, there won't be humans, because a woman carries another human, right? We are incubators. We are able to multitask. That's a very powerful one. So yeah, I think being a woman is powerful, and I can refer to the Bible as well. When you look at females like like Ruth, like Esther, and many others um who have led and who have okay. I'm trying to find the right word. Bafati banesisivo in Siswati.
Manesini,
Yeah, they
system.
powerful. Sisimvo.
Oh
It
yeah.
means they have direct translation is weight.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah. So
women of valor,
was
something like
power.
that.
Yes,
All right.
exactly. Yeah. So obviously I won't lie, I haven't experienced a whole lot of other things. I'm still single, I don't have kids. So a person who is on the other side of the marriage road can explain being female or being women differently than I do. So
Mm,
I believe on my own, women are powerful, women birth, women incubate, and women can hold an entire country.
amazing, and I agree with that. Amazing, and you are an amazing woman yourself. I love what you're doing. I'm inspired by what you do, and thank you so much for joining me today on the TMP Women's Kudos. You are the second guest on the show, and I am very honored by your presence. Continue doing great stuff, continue inspiring other people out there, and continue succeeding in whatever that you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much as well. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it, and I'm so glad. And all the best for this month's series, by the way.
Thank you so much. It's finished.
Miracle perspective is in the area. Perspective. It's finished.